Hey everybody, this video brings us out to Austinville, Virginia. Look at that amazing view. That is beautiful. I love it here, and I love it here in just Virginia in general. What's good enough for General George Washington in general is good enough for me. I love it here. Absolutely beautiful. But the reason why we're out here today is not necessarily to take a look at the amazing views, though they are absolutely breathtaking. The reason why I'm stopping here today, the reason why I pulled off the highway, came over here, is to take a look at the Shot Tower. Look at this, built in 1807. This thing is amazing. Probably my third or fourth time out here. I've stopped here many times before and will probably continue to stop here many times again. Look at that. History of the Shot Tower. For over 30 years, the Jackson Ferry Shot Tower manufactured ammunition for a growing nation. This is awesome. This produced shot for shotguns. If you have ever seen what a shot in a shotgun looks like, if you've seen a shotgun shell, it's this plastic casing with a whole bunch of little tiny, almost like little tiny BBs inside it. And this was actually produced, those little tiny, for lack of a better term, BBs. It's called shot. This is what actually produced it. They have a sieve at top where they poured molten lead through it, and it would drip down through these little holes in the sieve, and it would fall from the very, very top there all the way down to the bottom. That's not the bottom. The bottom actually goes much further down. It would fall from the top all the way to the bottom, kind of spinning as it fell. The little pieces of little drops of lead would spin as they would fall, forming a perfect ball until they got to the very bottom and dropped into a bucket of water, and that would end up cooling everything off, and they would have these little tiny balls, these little tiny shots, these little tiny balls of lead, and that's how they produced shots back in the day. I've actually been to a couple shot towers in the past. This one's pretty awesome because this one you can actually climb to the very top of, which I'm pretty excited about and also kind of terrified to do, because I've actually been out here once before when it was opened, and I have climbed to the top, and I remember being extremely winded. I'm getting nervous. I can't talk right now, like Porky Pig right now, trying to talk because I'm kind of nervous about climbing to the top of this tower. I'm going to be extremely winded doing this. I know I am. Again, I've been to the top. It's a long climb of many stairs spiraling up around to climb. It's going to be pretty crazy. I am somebody who is completely 100% out of shape, so climbing to the top of this is going to be pretty nuts. There's actually a Boy Scout group out here. They just got done climbing to the top. They're probably in much better shape than I am, but we're going to do it. We're going to climb to the top of the Shot Tower because this actually is pretty awesome. It's pretty neat. Really interesting piece of Virginian history here, and it's so awesome that they actually maintain this and keep it open. A lot of the shot towers I've been to in the past, they're not open. You cannot actually climb to the top of them. They might still be there. They might be considered pieces of history, historical landmarks. They might be registered as a historical landmark, but they're not actually open to the public. They're just sort of there, and you can see them, which is pretty cool. But to get to go inside one of these is really awesome, and we're gonna get to go inside this one today. Again, Boy Scout group out here. They just got done climbing. Was it a tough climb? Was it a tough climb to the top?
A little bit.
Little bit?
What's your YouTube channel?
It is Retro Rest Stop.
Let's go.
Hey! Ready? And shout outs. Go ahead.
What's up? Hi,
Drip Kingdom on TikTok.
Yes, Drip
Yeah,
Kingdom.
you can cop it. Yeah, how many?
If you guys got any of that, go check them out. Give them a follow. Oh, it's Retro Rest Stop. Retro Rest Stop. Yep. All right, so we're gonna climb to the top. Oh, excuse me. All right, so here we go. So down here is where the actual lead would fall. It would fall from all the way up top there, come all the way down to a bucket down there with water in it. Pretty crazy. That is quite the drop. Like I said, we're actually gonna climb to the top. There's little pieces of the shot right there. That's what they would actually produce here. Little pieces of shot like that. Little drops of lead would fall all the way from the very top all the way down to the very bottom. Pretty crazy. And these are the stairs we've now got to climb to get to the top. I feel like I should just take my time, talk slowly, because I've only climbed that, and already I'm like, whew, starting to feel it a little bit. We've got to climb all the way up there. Maybe I should just take breaks at every landing. Maybe that would make sense. My legs are all, like, That's it. That's all I've gone. My legs are already... my legs are already feeling it. It's gonna be crazy. These stairs are actually like really, really steep as well. I believe when we get to the very top, there's these really steep stairs we gotta climb. All right, we're doing it. We are about 10% of the way. And I'm already winded, and I'm already tired, and my legs are already feeling it. Look at this is awesome. Just gotta take it easy. This is what I should always do when I climb things. I should get to a landing and then just rest for a little bit. Just relax. Because last time I climbed this, I only climbed this once before. I've only been out here once before when they were open. And when I got to the top, I was fairly certain I was having a heart attack. It was that crazy. All right, we have one more flight of stairs to go up. These are the steepest stairs right here, as you can see. There's a nice breeze blowing. All right, doing this with one hand, and we have made it to the very top of the shot tower. I'll be honest, I'm not as winded as I was the first time I did this. Because again, I took it slow. I climbed very slowly to the very top, as opposed to last time where I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. Still winded though. Still out of breath. But we made it. Again, we're here at the top of the shot tower. Look at this. You can see out. Look at that view. So again, this is where they made shot for shotguns. Right down there. Look at that. Look at that drop. That is pretty crazy. So there'd actually be a sieve right here, which is a piece of metal grating with little holes in it. And they pour the molten lead on top of that. And then just like sand or water or whatever going through a sieve, it would drip down through those little holes and it'd be a little drop of lead. And as it went from the very, very top all the way down to the very, very bottom, it would sort of spin kind of randomly through the air, and that spinning would turn into a little tiny ball, and it would sort of spin into a ball. It would cool with the air as it spun until it got to the very, very bottom when it fell into a bucket of water that would help cushion the fall, because obviously they couldn't just have the whole little ball fall and just hit the ground, because it would then flatten out and you wouldn't really have a very good shot at that point. But it would fall down into the water, which is pretty awesome, and then they would retrieve it, and you have these little tiny balls of lead for shotguns. So pretty awesome. You can climb to the top of this. It's really, really neat. I love history like this. I love the fact that they've actually left this shot tower open. If you've been to other shot towers and you've seen them and they've been open, let me know where they are, because I would love to go visit some more shot towers. Like I said, I've been to other shot towers. There's one in Philly, there's one in Baltimore. I've been to those, but they're not open to actually climb up and go inside. They're just there. You can look at them. It's pretty neat. They're waving at me. They see me up there. Those Boy Scouts are pretty awesome. I was a Boy Scout. Were you a Boy Scout? I was a Boy Scout. Well, no, I shouldn't say Boy Scout. I was a Cub Scout. I made it all the way up to Weeblo. I made it to Weeblo, and then the Boy Scouts, I think those are Cub Scouts. I don't think they're Boy Scouts. They're too young to be Boy Scouts, or Boy Scouts, right? Anyway, went through Cub Scouts, made it all the way up until Weeblo, and then that was it. I never actually went into Boy Scouts. I kind of quit at that point because it was nerdy to be a Boy Scout. Looking back on it, maybe I should have done Boy Scouts. Would have been probably pretty fun, actually, going camping and sightseeing and going to see shot towers and whatnot. That would have been pretty cool. But I, David Eisenhower, do promise to do my best, to do my duty, to God of my country, to help other people, and obey the law of the pack. Anyway, all right, guys, so wanted to bring you up here. I guess maybe I'll be nice and take you guys back down to the bottom now. My legs are already a little bit like jelly. How am I going to climb to the top of lighthouses? I really want to take you guys to some lighthouses, and I'm thinking like, oh, I don't know. I'm going to be dead. Like that was not that high of a climb. If you guys have ever been to a lighthouse, that climb was nothing. That climb was easy. Lighthouses are like 50 times the size of this, with 1,000 more times the stairs. But all right, guys, so get the top of the shot tower. Pretty awesome looking. Really neat to think that back in the day, there were men up here pouring molten lead down through a sieve Just dropping down to the bottom, all the way down to the bottom of the shot tower, through the ground, down to where the actual bucket of water was, waiting for those shots to land inside of, and they could retrieve them, and they had shot for shotguns. All right, we're gonna go down backwards because this last set of stairs are pretty nuts. These are really, really steep stairs. I would not want to go down face first. All right, we've made it. So again, my legs were already kind of jelly. Now I'm going down more stairs. I'm gonna get winded walking down the stairs because that's how incredibly out of shape I am. But look at these. I mean, this is just too awesome. I love this. Love coming out here. Like I said, it's been my fourth time out here. Usually when I'm driving through the area, I usually always stop here. Always have to check this place out. This is only the second time I've ever been here when they've actually been open. Sometimes they're open, sometimes they're not. They have kind of weird hours. Thankfully today they were open. We made it to the very bottom. And my legs are wobbling right now. We've made it. So again, right down there, look at that. From all the way up there, we were just there a second ago. That's where they poured the molten lead through the sieve. It fell down, went all the way down through this sort of, I won't call it a cave, but they dug out this giant hole in the side of the hill here and went all the way down there to where there was a bucket of water waiting. Pretty awesome, pretty cool. And they would produce shot just like that. Little tiny pellets, little tiny lead pellets for shotguns. Pretty cool. Look at that. It's like a long time ago, people have carved their name. I love the duck. I love the idea behind that. So we are gonna duck. We're not gonna hit our heads. It's pretty awesome. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Pretty amazing. I love this. I love the shot towers. Like I said, if you guys have been out to a different shot tower, if you guys have visited a shot tower, leave comments down below. I want to hear what towers you've been at, where they're located, because I want to get out to them. I want to see them. I want to make my legs continue to be jelly and climb up and down shot towers. My legs honestly do kind of hurt right now from climbing up that. That was not that big of a climb. All things considered, kind of a tiny little climb. Like I said, if you guys have ever been into a lighthouse, if you've ever climbed to the top of a lighthouse, then you will know that what I just did right there is nothing. That was a very easy climb with all things considered when it comes to lighthouses. I actually kind of wish they were still training out here. They actually were doing, right when I first got here, I wasn't filming yet, there were these very loud, like military jets flying overhead. It was crazy. They were literally breaking the sound barrier. It was nuts. They apparently do training out here through the valley. They do, I don't know if it's the Air Force, I'm guessing the Air Force. The Air Force does training out here. Some military service does training out here. And they fly through the valley. And I overheard the park rangers talking about that. They were saying, yeah, they love coming out over here. They love buzzing the valley for everybody to see. It's pretty awesome. It's really loud. It was really, really amazing. That me and the Boy Scouts were definitely enjoying watching the planes fly overhead. Looks like they're done and doing that now. But look at this view. Beautiful out here. It's a really cool bridge down there as well. Maybe one of these days I'll take you guys down there. We have all kinds of reasons to come back out here. I mean, we'll definitely be back out here in the past, but all right. I've got some driving to do. My legs hurt. I'm now extremely winded. Just walking up this little hill, this little incline right here is making me extremely winded due to the fact that my legs have become jelly. I'm walking up and down this amazing shot tower. So awesome, so cool. If you guys have ever been out here, leave a comment down below. Let me know about your stories climbing to the top of the shot tower. Are you guys from Virginia? Maybe you're from the Austinville area. If you are, again, leave comments down below. And if you are in the area, definitely get out here. Check this out. If you're driving on the highway and you see this off in the distance, the first time I ever visited this is because I was driving down the highway over that bridge and I saw this in the distance. I thought, what the heck is that? And then I saw signs for the shot tower and I was like, I've got to pull over. I've got to check this out. So again, built in 1807. Manufacturing the tower ceased in 1839, thus ending its grandeur as a producer of fine shot. The Jackson Ferry Shot Tower. Pretty awesome, pretty amazing. All right, guys, like I said, I'm gonna let you guys go. I got some more driving to do. Really awesome, really cool. Like I said, if you've been to a shot tower, leave the comments down below. Where was the shot tower you climbed? What was the name of it? I want to visit it. I want to go to it. I want to climb to the top of it. So leave your comments down below. Or if you've ever actually been to the Jackson Ferry Shot Tower here in Austinville, Virginia, also leave a comment down below. All right, that's going to do it, guys. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro rest stop t-shirts, proceeds, both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon. Do good help supporting the show, keeping the show going, bringing us out to amazing places like this, where I can get very winded and very warm. Now that the sun's out, I've been climbing. This jacket needs to come off. So, all right, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button, or you are subscribed, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Again, guys, the Jackson Ferry Shot Tower, built in 1807. Pretty awesome, pretty amazing. All right, see you guys next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.